Mike, hold.
Okay.
So you don't have to like, but
I would
like.
have thought I'd done a podcast before.
Yeah, I can't believe you haven't done a podcast.
Yeah, I've done one.
This could be the landslide.
Who else? It was the Four Brothers as well. We got the Four Brothers and you for the first ever podcast.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird one podcast because I feel like I can get like not tricked into saying things.
Yeah.
But like you've got to be
Manipulated.
careful because
Yeah.
they'll get you on.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, yeah, and in mid-conversation they'll be like, and then they'll just leave your reaction on, or they'll catch it, and then that'll go everywhere. And I'm like, mate, we spoke about all these nice things.
You've just manipulated
You've
that.
done us. Like, I've got trust issues.
You're media trained as well, though. Like, not, but
yeah,
you've been in the
I remember
game.
getting media trained. Yeah,
Yeah.
It was funny.
So like,
Did you actually get media trained?
Yeah, we got taken MTV, and then they were like, they'll do fake interviews and try and trick us up. They would say like, "Have you ever taken drugs?" And be like, so if you like paused and went, it'd be like, "Stop." Guys paused nervously before answering.
Really?
No. Yeah. So they'd be like, "You obviously got to say no, like just no, obviously straight." But it was just like that was when I was like, what, 21?
yeah.
So no one's going to know if you're actually lying throughout this podcast.
No, not lying. It was more like you had to be media trained because back then, obviously, they would.
Right, everyone. Well, welcome back to the Golf Supply podcast. There's no trickery here. There's no tomfoolery here.
Right.
This is episode 9, and we are joined by our very good friend, and very thankful after hearing that for him coming on our podcast for the first time ever, Mr. Gary Beadle.
Hello.
Gaz Geordie Shore, Paddle Gaz,
Yeah,
Gaz's Golf.
Whatever you want to call us, yeah. Jim.
It's gone through
Jim
stages.
Gaz.
It's gone from your name was Gaz G Shore, now it's Gaz's
Yeah.
Golf, and soon to be Gaz's Paddle.
No, it got to the point where I think people actually thought my name was Gaz G Shore.
Yeah.
Like, cause it was on all my Instagram. It was on
What's
my,
your personal now? Gary Beadle, G Beadle.
Yeah, I had to change it. People were like, what? And then it confused people a bit. I thought you get thick people, but yeah, I changed my socials to Gary Beadle because I felt like it was time.
I just want to be me.
to let go of the G Shore.
Yeah. They're filming another one.
They are,
Now.
yes.
Did you get?
You obviously got a
an
little-
extended
Yeah.
olive tree
Yeah.
offer.
Do you know what it is? I think with Geordie Shore and that, don't get us wrong, I was 21. I had no, obviously if you've watched Geordie Shore, you'll know, but if you haven't watched Geordie Shore, it's obviously a reality show. But for me, 21, you've got nothing, have you? No responsibilities, you've got no house, you've got no...
Don't know what you want to do in life.
Nothing, that was my job. If someone says to me, like, you're going to get drunk and travel the world, and you've got to pull girls and whatever, like... I was like, that can't be my job. Like, this is going to be my career. Like, I don't know if it's going to be 1 series, 5 series. So, yeah, obviously, I felt back then, not a care in the world. Now, I think with the social media behind it and the... Oh, is that going to be loud?
Nah,
It's going to be our food,
yeah,
I
it's
reckon.
whole food. Sorry, it's all right.
It's our food, yeah, go on.
No, you're good. You're
Yeah,
good.
come in, mate. Thank you.
Pop one there, isn't it?
Thank you very much.
Lovely, thank you very much. Just on the end here would be great. Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Some food.
Yeah, we've just. It would have gone out before. We've just played about 17 holes. We've done 9-hole video on our channel. I think it lasted about 6 on Gaz's channel. So we're starving. No time to get to the clubhouse because Gaz is back on the grind.
Food is
Yeah.
coming. Yeah, but
He's
let's
back
have
on the
this.
golfing grind. He's back
Yeah.
grinding out his lesson. So food, we'll eat, chew, talk.
Yeah, so yeah, with the Geordie Shore, obviously, that was me nothing. Now I've got kids, and the media. I feel like now with Instagram and stuff like that wasn't there when I was younger.
Yeah.
I feel like now if you slip up or you do something, obviously they can edit you different. I didn't care how they edited me when I was 21. Couldn't care less. I was like, I'm living the dream. Do what you want. Now, I don't want. You'll be surprised. Like mums and dads literally must say things to their kids who are like 6 and 7 at school, because then Chester will come back and be like, Dad, are you fit? Are you on TV? I'm like, how do you know that?
Yeah.
Who said that? All the kids, like, 6s and 7s, like, your dad. So I don't really want to go on there and I don't know. I haven't even got to do anything crazy on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're filming a reunion, like season 25.
How many seasons were there, do you know?
Well, I did like, I think 16, 17 seasons.
Was it a season, two seasons a year or something?
It could have been 2, could have been 3. But yeah, I did it from like 21. I think I left between like 29 and 30.
Right.
So I did like 8, 9 years solid. So now I'm like, look, I've only had 5, 6 years. I've had good time with my kids and blah, blah. Do I really want to go to Thailand at 36 years old?
Is that where they're going?
That's where they are now. Yeah.
Going to parties and stuff. Like, I look at Scotland. I'm watching their socials being like, oh, it's a bit... You're 36, man. Like,
I'll go ahead and say it. You're better than that now, Gaz.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
you're better than that.
I feel like I'm doing all right. I don't.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't.
That's not a dig. It's just a.
Yeah, and I feel like I get a lot of. You go back on there, you would get a lot of negative. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and because I haven't done the other ones at the reunion and stuff, it's nothing against them. You know, I love all the Geordie Shore cast. I speak to them all. They're all ringing us, going, "Are you coming back? Are you coming back?" And I was like, I just don't know. I can't.
Golf would suffer.
Yeah, and I can't golf. I can't do what I'm doing.
Paddle.
But yeah, so at the minute, no, I didn't do it. But yeah, I'm 36. I've got kids. I've got other things going on. Thailand and full moon parties.
It's funny as well that you say about like social media, because we've spoken a lot. We've actually spoken about you a lot, like off camera, with regards to, and I think we might have said it on other podcasts, but at Geordie Shore's peak height,
Yeah.
like your Instagram's amassed over just under 4 million followers on your personal.
Yeah.
Do you still gain a lot of followers now, or was that gained when Instagram first come on? Like, because I'm just thinking, if Geordie Shore, how big it was,
Yeah.
for the first, say, 12 seasons, whatever it was,
Yeah.
was in today's day and age when Instagram was rife and Twitter,
Yeah,
and
it'd be mad.
like the following that you would have on there compared to, because you look at Love Island people now, which is like the closest equivalent you could put
Yeah.
to what Geordie Shore was.
Yeah.
Like Wes, who was at
Wes Nelson. Yeah.
Wes Nelson, so he's got like 1.5 odd million.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's in a social media world.
Yeah.
So to amass 4 million, not in a social media world, off of a reality TV show that wasn't in the midst of
It's MTV. It wasn't like
social media.
Yeah, yeah. I think there's pros and cons on that. I think we were there when the app started. I remember getting pulled into MTV, and they'd be like, "Right, there's a new app, guys, coming out. It's called Twitter. Right, so this is your handles, guys. You got guys do show thing," and we sat and we had a day with a freaking white projector.
Training day.
We had a Twitter training day. That's no way of a lie. I could probably find, if I could find a picture on Instagram, there's a picture of all the cast sitting in there, season 1, and we went down to London, to Camden, to MTV, and we had a Twitter training day. They were like this, so when people tweet you, you put at, and then you could, and I was like, what are we doing here, man? Like, what is this? And I was like, and then we got away, and Twitter for me anyway, for the first two points, it was massive. Like Geordie Shore Beyond, you're getting like 100 tweets a second. That's when it first started getting like, you get your freebies and people were like, "Can you wear that?" And it would go mad. And then we got pulled back in. They were like, "Right, there's another one. It's called Instagram." We're like, "What? I've got Twitter. Like, what is Instagram? Like, what is this?" And they were like,
a few of their heads like
"This one,
scrambled.
you don't write things. You post pictures." And we're like, "I've got to do both. I've got to do them. But no one really." So I imagine that app coming out, and everyone who follows on Twitter would then look at that, and we'd kind of be like people to follow. So everyone who downloaded that app back then would have followed us, because that would, at the time, there was Geordie Shore and there was probably the only way was Essex. So you just, there's like 10 of us, Joey Essex, Mark Wright, me, Orge. So there's like 10 people you'd follow. There wasn't all these other people. Influencers didn't even exist.
Yeah.
There was nothing. It was just
And I
people.
suppose like a lot of the famous people hadn't got on the platform.
So
at
now
that
it's
point.
so saturated with all, like, how many people. Now there's been what? Imagine there's been 10 episodes of 10 seasons of Love Island, and there's 10 of them. There's 100 people straight away you got to compare with. With us, there was just us. So we got a lot of followers straight off the bat. Like now, I wouldn't say I would get more followers if I was doing stuff, but I know what you're saying. If I did it now, and Wes, for example, did 3 Love Islands a year for 8 years.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You might get 30 million followers. You might not, because England's only got I don't know how many people live in England.
No, I think it would be in the. I think it would be comfortably in the double digits.
Geordie
for
Shore,
sure.
for me, it was like the pioneer. Really, wasn't it? I know Towie was about, but
Yeah, I think we paved the way for all these. I don't think things, because I know the executive producers, and a lot of the producers and senior producers on Love Island are all from Geordie Shore.
Yeah,
I remember still doing Geordie Shore, and they were like, "What are you doing after this?" They were like, "Oh, I'm flying from here straight to do Love Island," and they would talk to us about it. Like, in the show, I'd be like, "Oh," and they would come back and tell us what it's like, and then people who do Love Island would message me after, like Anton and stuff, be like, "Oh mate, I seen like Manus and Kate," and I'd be like, "Oh, are they all right?" They were talking about you.
Yeah.
So all the TV world, people working that are all the same. So yeah, we definitely. Them shows wouldn't. I know you had Big Brother and you had them. Don't get us wrong, but like proper that style of reality show.
No, I agree.
Do you know what I mean? Was came from that. But yeah, social media wise, we've got a lot of following, but I think that's just obviously. Geordie Shore's big.
You've been early to the
Geordie Shore's
party.
big in Australia. It's big in Italy. It's big in Spain, Belgium. Like I did a photo shoot in Iceland in the middle of nowhere in a shop, and someone just went, "Gaz," and I was like, "I'm in Iceland. I can go to Australia, New Zealand, Brazil, South Africa." And they'll know who you are. They'll go mad, and you're like, "What? How's that?" That's what we've got. Love Island's just England. So we've got a following from the kind of the whole world, apart from America.
You're just early to the party, though. That's
what it was basically.
Like you say, you're just early to the party. 'Cause I think even golf
and
YouTube
probably MTV, because MTV's everywhere.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, because MTV, well, they sell it on. So
Yeah.
English MTV will film it and then they'll sell it to MTV Spain, MTV Belgium, MTV. Do you know what I mean?
But it's the same with everything. Like we talk about all the time, like golf YouTube. If you're early to the party, Rick and the Pete's, they amass the
That's
following.
the same thing.
The content's good, but they amass the following, and now
Yeah.
we're all trying to compete against each other because we wasn't early enough. So now it's sort of watered down. So that's like the Love Island cast and this and that. But yeah, I think Geordie Shore pioneered the way.
If you want to nibble something, Gaz, I'll just quickly say thank you to Fox Hills for hosting all of us today, letting us play the long cross course. It is in absolutely immaculate condition. At the start of August, they've got the International Series, one of the Asian Tour events happening here. You can get your tickets on the Fox Hills website or on the International Series website, but the course is playing so fucking hard on it.
Yeah. The rough is going to be wild by August.
So what they're doing is usually when you play, if you played Fox Hills, what the first cut usually is, so I'm talking a yard off of the fairway, is now in patches. I mean, it's growing out, isn't it? But in patches, it is ankle thick, and you just can't hit a shot out of it. You just can't hit a shot unless you go for a 60-degree wedge and try and hack it out of it. It is playing brutal. But yeah, we had 2 really good videos today. We had a couple of like new style videos certainly to our channel. I don't know when this will be released, this podcast, so we won't give much away. But we also filmed a video on Gaz's channel as well. So a couple of videos coming up for you to watch out for.
Yep.
Golf. So
golf.
You currently play off.
I think I don't know, 3 point something.
Yeah.
But I
Don't put enough
always say
cards
to
in.
you that the English handicap system is completely different. So a lot of people who are older and watching this will be like, "What 3 point odd?" Old handicap system, probably 6, 7. Do you know what I mean? But like,
so you can play. You
people have seen the videos. I'm getting better.
Here, people have seen the videos here.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I would say I'm doing all right. Yeah.
Have you? So obviously, Geordie Shore consumed a lot of your 20s. Basically, your 20s were written off going out on the piss. Yeah. Essentially, what we all done, but you got paid.
Yeah.
Part of the pay for that. And you didn't have to turn up to work hungover because work was just getting back on it. But have you always played golf, or is it?
Nah. So golf. I say this to a lot of people as well. Golf kind of came into my life at the perfect time. I think I was 29, maybe 30, and it was actually my ex's dad. She was like, "Can you go and spend some time with Dad?" I was like, "I will," but man's always a golf man. Like, he loved golf. 3-4 times. He was always a golf. Retired. I was like, "I'm not going to golf." She was like, "Just go." I was like, "If you're that to golf, this Edgbaston Golf Club in Birmingham." And I was like, "Right, I'll go." So I remember getting in the car and he drove to his friend's house. He's like, "Can Gary borrow Jamie's clubs?" And I couldn't remember the clubs to this day, but I got the clubs. He took us there. There was a net. He put us in a net, 5-iron. I remember the 5-iron because he went, "There's a 5." I've hit it in the net. He went, "Great, come on the course." One ball. I hit one ball to a net. Anyway, I got on the course. Me being competitive, I was obviously slicing everything. But I got around. I don't know what I shot, 100 odd, whatever, but I got around, hold a few putts. And I remember going back thinking, right, and that was when about 29, 30. I went to Newcastle. I got a lesson at Close House, got some Nike, a full Nike vapor set.
Doesn't surprise me that you did Nike.
Entry level for like a lad. Is like
just full Nike, with everything, the golf bag, everything. And then I got a few lessons, and that was literally it. I went back, played with him again a few more times. We actually broke up, and then I just continued it to the point where on the last season of Geordie Shore, we used to film like 4 days on, and you just get 1 day off, but you couldn't leave the house. You could go for a haircut or a massage, or like there's no cameras on you, but you're allowed to leave if someone else. So I was like, "Does anyone in the crew play golf?" And there's a lad played golf, so he was allowed to get me in the car and would go to Close House, play golf. So the last season Geordie Shore I did was like 4 days on golf, 4 days on. That was like my little escape. And then I just carried on playing, like obviously not on social media, and I was putting videos on Instagram or whatever. And then I got invited to do the Close House pro-am. Mm-hmm. I remember playing off about 20. I was playing with Ian Poulter. Close House is rammed. Obviously, all my school friends are there. It's 5 minutes from my house. I was hacking it about. I'll try and find some pictures of it. Unbelievable day. And then from Instagram, everyone was like, "Mate, just do a YouTube." I was like, what am I going to do on YouTube? Like, do you know what I mean? But I was doing like little Instagram TV clips, like playing holes against people, and not because Reels didn't exist then. And then started the YouTube channel, and I just started playing golf on the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hadn't lifted a club. Like we all do. I wish I'd played earlier, but I don't really wish I'd played earlier because I was having the time of my life. But it came in, and I had a kid at the same time, and that was the most important thing for me because obviously I had a kid. All I knew was getting smashed. And I think it's important that lads get a 30, right? You get to an age where you almost feel too old to go clubbing.
Yeah.
A lot of your mates are settling down. So what you can do, go to the pub with one mate, because you can't go clubbing because you feel a bit old. If you do go clubbing, there's 19-year-olds flying around. You're just a weirdo, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's like, shit. Golf replaces the golf holidays. So instead of going to Magaluf and Ayia Napa and Cavos and all that, you're going to Portugal, you're going to Spain. You can get pissed with your mates. You don't feel a bit weird, do you? Because you're just on a golf holiday.
And if you go out on the piss to these bars and that abroad, it's like you're on a golf holiday.
Yeah.
And golf holidays are the least weird holidays ever.
Yeah,
like
and then
people think they're weird, but they are the least weird.
Yeah, in the mint. Yeah, and you can buy golf equipment. You can get golf lessons. You can buy golf clothing. You've almost got something to spend your money on. You can practice it. If you just play 5-a-side on a Wednesday night, you still want to go out on the weekend. You feel like you're missing out. So I literally remember Emma being pregnant, and I was like, I'll play golf Saturday, so I'd stay in Friday. So I was like, oh my God, I've stayed in. Imagine I'd be on the piss 300 days a year for 8 years. So I'd literally be like, I've stayed in. Well done. I wake up, play golf, play a bit crap. So I'll go and practice on Sunday, have a lesson Monday, play the midweek comp on a Wednesday, play a bit crap. Before I knew it, I stayed in a month. I haven't been out anywhere near a club. And that year, I probably went out 3 times. I was just playing golf Wednesday, Saturday.
Golf's a weird sport, isn't it? Because it actually does get you by the bollocks.
It takes over your life.
It does.
I went from going out every single night, that was all I ever cared about, to not even, I didn't even think about a drink, didn't even think about clubbing, didn't think about anything. I was just like, golf Saturday thingy, but it kept me in, and I spent more time with my kids, I wasn't hungover, and I was just like, and that, I think it's such an important age, 30, for especially lads, because you just struggle. That's why I tell everyone, look, just go and play golf, man. Like, it's fitness, you're with your mates, you're out in the greenery, you're outside. It actually sorts you out.
No,
massively.
I agree. I played for my pal yesterday, and I just said, like we're 30, I think I was like 28 or something. I was like, this is actually very good, isn't it? Because I was like, we're out in the sun 4 hours. I was like, that's good as you get old.
Yeah.
Walking about, and I was like, this is just nice, peaceful, social. It's a weird sport. Like, why does football, like, why do you not practice free kick? People do practice.
Because I think it's a team sport, and you can get good enough
to cover yourself up.
Yeah, you can.
And I think you don't play frequent enough.
You can be good enough. You can play 5-a-side and be good at school, and you can be. You're not going to go home and stand against the wall passing. Right? I don't know what it is. You're not going to, even if you play pool, like in a pool league or whatever. You're not going to. Some people will, but you're not going to stay at home all night playing every night like at the driving. We do at the driving range. It's just golf. I think golf's addictive in that sense. It's a solo sport.
And I think it's different as well. It's like if you're with something like football, if you go and play football, like you won't just forget how to kick the ball one day. You'll always be that level of thingy. Whereas like you can
your
play
level doesn't drop.
Yeah, your level
like
doesn't
today,
drop.
I was like, it's like going from playing like me going playing like Division 2 or Conference to like Sunday League.
Yeah,
that doesn't happen in football. You just got to football and be like, how have you forgot to shoot?
Keep slicing your free kicks.
He's slicing your free kicks.
That's what drags you back, though, isn't it? Because it's like you'll play that one round, like when you played here with Tubes and Ange and stuff, and you shoot that 4 under through 9 holes, whatever it might be. Then you're like, fuck me, I can do that. And it's that thing of knowing you can do it.
You just chase it.
Yeah.
And I think, and you look at the highest level, and they're having the same issues we're having.
Yeah.
Their drivers
win a tournament 1 week, miss the cut next week.
Yeah. So that's why golf you can't perfect. You cannot perfect it. So a lot of lads are like arrogant and thingy and think you're cocky and like, I'll do it. And I love when I see people going like rotor scratch 2 years. I'll be scratching. I did it as well. I was like 2 years scratching on Instagram and stuff, and just like humbled. 5 years later, I just humbled.
It's just so many aspects. Like, that's what
What I'm saying. That's it's good. You see 90-year-olds playing golf going, it didn't turn. It did. You haven't sorted. It'd be 70 years, mate. It's what you're putting out. But it humbles you, and it keeps you coming back, and you cannot perfect it. So that's why, as lads, as like we're like alpha males, you want to perfect it, but you can't.
And I think as well why it's a great sport as well is because if you're sick at football and I'm shit at football,
you can't play.
We can't play. If we go and like over the field and I'm like, let's play. Like you can't. Someone's
can't play anyway.
There's a massive skill gap in that sport. You're like, just can't do it. Whereas golf, you can play off someone. You can play off scratching. You can play off someone against 18, and you can have a great match.
The handicap system, innit? Yeah, it works.
It is true. Like even if we're ballers, us three, what we can do? Go to the field and just kick ball to each other.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
That's good. Now, all right, outside of the pegs now, boys.
You're going to be there like half an hour.
Yeah.
So like you could, it is true. You're right. There's so many aspects of white.
But yeah, that's literally how it was. Her ex.
It was that first round from that moment.
Her dad. Then I just went and got a lesson, and then I remember playing. Then I got the pro-am, and then I just started putting it on Instagram, and then I just wanted to get better, and then it went from there.
Go on, you go.
Sticking on just quickly on the topic of pro-ams. Wentworth the best by far.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Is that what you
Very.
were gonna say?
It's weird how I was
Yeah,
just
we-
about to say.
Connected.
Very early doors because I was keeping it at like when you just started.
Yeah.
You played there early doors, didn't you? You wasn't as good as what you was now.
I played. So I've done Wentworth.
Conclusions for me.
I think I've done Wentworth
3?
times. Yeah, and in the first 2, I've topped it off the tee twice.
Off 1.
Boys, the channel partners and legends over at Golf Travel Centre have an absolute banging deal to Dubai, and I didn't even realise you could go to Dubai and play golf for this cheap. You've got the Media Ratana Hotel. It's a 5-star resort in the centre of Dubai. You can go for 7 nights, 4 rounds of golf, all inclusive, for £895 per person. Or you can go for a little bit less, 5 nights, 3 rounds at £795, or you can go for the ultimate desert golf break, which is 5 nights, bed and breakfast, 3 rounds of golf, and we're talking Els Club, Dubai Hills, Montgomery courses, all buggies included. Get over to the website, check these deals out. Dubai for under £1,000 is an absolute joke. Check it out if you and the boys fancy a trip away via Golf Travel Centre, because it is an absolute perler.
No, off the shotgun start.
Oh, okay.
Luckily, by the time I get round to one, I've warmed up a little bit
you found
and
your
I've
swing a
ripped
bit.
it. Yeah, but yeah, whenever I start, I've topped it twice. But yeah, the pro-am, look, pro-ams are. I'm quite lucky in that sense. I've got the golfing kind of following and background, but obviously you've got the following, the Geordie Shore following. So again, a lot of these companies. I remember the first one I wasn't even in, and I think it was the Hilton Hotel, and they were like, "Look, your person's dropped out. There's a list of people to who can play," and they literally just turned around and went, "Well, who's got the biggest following?" And things went, "Oh well, guys from Geordie Shore," and they were like, "Well, we'll have him." And they didn't even care.
Was that for the first BMW?
Yeah, they just went because it's a really the pro-ams and stuff are really hard to get into. There's only 18 holes, shotgun start. There's only 18 times 3, or people can play. So you've got all the people that have been in for years, your footballers, do you know what I mean? So to get in, but once you're in, you're kind of in. But then the BMW, the BMW's the closest you'll get to ever feeling like a pro.
What 3 pros did you play with each time?
So I've done the last one was good. Obviously, I had Tyrrell Hatton.
Did you win one?
We won the British Masters last year. And we won Wentworth.
At the Belfry.
And we won the Wentworth one.
And you won the Wentworth
Yeah,
one.
double last year. I always forget who I've done them with. 'Cause I've done the British Master. Who did I do the? I can't even tell you.
Don't know.
That's bad, isn't it?
But that's
Do
the
you know any
peak.
of the other people that you were playing with?
What?
Do you know any of the other people apart from the pro that you were playing with?
Ben Foster and
Ben Foster. I did Ben Foster and Tyrrell Hatton and Theo Walcott.
That's
It
good
was
football.
me, Chris Hughes. I think I might be Ryan Taylor or someone. I can't remember who they were. British Masters, I've done Ian Poulter. That was a good one. Someone else quite old. I don't know. I'll find out for you.
Who's the best you've played with?
Do you know, Tyrrell Hatton's hard on himself because driver and that, they're all kind of good. Do you know what I mean? Poulter was good, but Tyrrell Hatton's irons were ridiculous. Like ridiculous. He was going, and it was like 8 foot from like 180 yards. Like
That's just him though. I feel like
Yeah,
that's
Why
just
did you do that? It's a
ingrained
bit
there.
annoying though. Why
yeah,
does he do
like
that?
and he's hit like they get to take one shot for us in a pro-am. So to like thingy. So I think we had like a 5-iron into Wentworth. I think it was like the 17th. We're like, oh my god, we haven't used our shots. I was like, mate, we're 203 yards out. Everyone let Tyrrell hit a shot because you play from their best drive, and you play out from there, and you just hit.
Was it like Tour Scramble?
Yeah, so the best drive, and everyone plays from there,
yeah.
and he's just hit 4 5-irons all on the green, all within 12 foot. So, I'm like, mate, that's like it's. And I watched actually a thing he did with Liv, and he says he hits quite a neutral golf shot. Doesn't really go left, and it was true. They just go straight. It's mad to watch. And his driver, it's a little cutty driver, and it was unbelievable. So yeah, I would actually say Tyrrell Hatton, and their short game as well. Scary.
That's where they're
Scary.
Yeah.
But even at Wentworth, the
make
greens
their
are
money.
rapid, and it's like
Yeah.
coming up and zipping up and that. So it was really good.
What I find hard about Wentworth as well is there's so many shots into greens in that where it's blind.
Yeah.
Like, and that's always hard because you've got no depth perception, you can't see anything, you can't see what you're doing, and there's so many, because it's so slopey and so hilly, there's so many shots where you just can't see where, off the tee, like, there's a couple where it's blind, but like I don't think it's as hard off the tee, Wentworth, but in and around the greens, you're missing the wrong spots, you're dead. You're completely dead.
Yeah, Wentworth's the best pro-am, 1,000,000%. Then again, this year, I might be doing a few live ones. We've got JCB. I might.
You're definitely doing JCB.
I'll be able to do JCB, yeah, I think.
The PGA I've heard in the wind say they won't have you back now. Wentworth position, you're not going back for that now as soon as you go to live. That's it, mate. As soon as you sign that deal on the Pro-Am.
But I could also do Live Valderrama.
Yeah, that would be a piss take. Have you played Valderrama?
No.
Not I haven't either.
Little fly out, a little cheeky Tuesday night, play that on Wednesday, bomb home. That could be good. So yeah, there's a few pro-ams this year. But the hard thing Wentworth isn't run by the European Tour. It's run independently by Wentworth.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
So it's like the Alfred Dunhill. That's run by the European Tour people who organise them. It's got nothing to do with them.
Okay.
So they just use like a marketing company. So some years the marketing company might just be like, we're going to invite loads of sports people.
Yeah.
Last year, luckily, it was like, they didn't even message me about my main Instagram. It was like, we've seen a lot of guys doing on his Gaz's golf Instagram. Actually put that in the email. So I was like, oh, sound. Do you know what I mean? So it was actually more about golf.
Yeah.
So it's just the look of the draw of the BMW. But hopefully I'll be there in September.
I've got I've got written down while we're on it, like ideal Pro-Am and Pro Course to play then. So firstly, ideal Pro-Am is the BMW. Do you feel there's better Pro-Ams to play?
I think that's probably the best one in the world.
It is the best one. The Alfred Dunhill will be good because it's a proper tournament.
Yeah.
On TV, like it's actually a proper tournament.
Yeah.
But it's always in winter and it's always the worst weather you've ever seen.
Where do they play it?
It's like Carnoustie, St Andrews, and
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
the other one.
Okay, and then the best off the top of your head, there's probably some you not think of, but best course you would like to play. What's like a bucket list course?
UK or anywhere?
Let's just say anywhere you can think of.
See, for me, I love links golf. My worst nightmare is like tree-lined,
Parkland.
Parkland.
Shout out Fox Hills.
What?
Shout out Fox Hills.
Fox Hills isn't that bad. If you've got like Woburn, or that's my worst nightmare. I love the look of them and they look pure and it's all diamonded up and that is unbelievable. But maybe that's just my style of play. Like I'm not a field player. I can't just go, oh, there's a big tree in the middle, I'm going to bend it around it.
Yeah.
I start looking at the fairway thinking, well, I need to aim a little bit left, and I aim too far left and it goes in the trees. A bit like today, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm always thinking of I'm trying to steer the ball.
Yeah.
As in, I don't care if the fairway on links is 30 yards wide. I will literally look and go, there's nothing in front of us. There's no, and I always finish my swing. I always swing all the way through. I shot 3 over at St Andrews the other week. I feel like I just always shoot well.
Just play more free.
Don't just hate the weather though. It's the only thing. I like links golf, but it gets ruined.
Yeah,
by
I
the
think
weather.
I'm going to play it this year as well. I spoke to them the other day. And I think the one for me, links. If I'm looking at links golf, is in like views. I love playing by the sea. I love looking at the water. Like I've always liked that kind of thing. So for me, I'm probably going to go play Old Head.
Okay.
And I think Old Head will probably be up there because it's just cliffs either side.
Yeah.
Like, I love Neffin.
Yeah.
And that's nothing compared to Old
I
Head.
played there. That's where I was with Manners last week.
Not Neffin. Is it Neffin?
In Wales.
Where you go out to the lighthouse and
the
come
9
back.
holes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think so. You played that.
Yeah.
Sick, innit?
Yeah, it's mint, but Old Head's like 100 times better than that. The whole course is like that.
Did you do the championship course at Neffin as well? Or did you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
do the points? So I didn't play the championship.
I shot 70. I think I shot like 70. I had the last hole I needed the par or birdie for my best ever round. So I must have been like, at the time, I think it was like 75 or something. So I did that, and then I did the 9.
I'm so happy you played Neffin. So now I can talk about Neffin. Remember this hole? I'll show it on there.
Yeah, I've got a shot tracer on my Instagram. I'll send you
On the
over the cliff.
over the cliff.
Yeah. I've literally got it. I've got a shot tracer.
Absolute
on it.
piss
It's like
take of a hole.
Little fade over the cliff.
That one where it goes,
Yeah.
and you got the and then you got the par 3 you tee off the lighthouse.
Yeah, I
down
did a
the
video
hill.
on it. I did a video on it.
Did you?
I did a whole break 80 on the championship course, and then I did it
Feel bad now.
the best 9 holes ever on the old bit.
Banging. We played also Royal St David's.
No,
No.
I haven't done much on that coast apart from Neffin.
Yeah. Royal St David's is number 2, but Porthcawl is number 1. Obviously,
Yeah.
Royal Porthcawl. Don't know where Neffin stands, but that point is just like the first hole was a bit shit though.
Yeah.
And it like you hit, and then he's like
I don't
the most.
really care much about course rating and stuff like that. I just love being on a course by the beach.
Yeah.
Couldn't care less. The all links courses on hard. I'm not going to say they're not hard to maintain because I've seen like I played Port Rush, and that is different gravy. But yeah, that's my favourite kind of golf. So places like Old Head and Ireland and Dublin and all that is where on my bucket list is. Yeah, just get out there and just play all these insane down by the beach.
I think there's we spoke to a guy in November when we were in Mallorca. Talk about all them courses and that, but there's just so many hidden gems around the Caribbean islands and that. You're saying about being by the sea.
When you see them, yeah,
Like
St Lucia and all that.
yeah, like I'm
mad
talking
shit.
like there's some real nice. Forget Scotland, Ireland, and Wales for a second. Long haul flight, shorts,
Yeah.
polo. There's some hidden gems out there that we don't.
Would you
even
rather
know.
play on the coast in 30-degree sunshine on a beach in like tropical, or is it the whole
Baltic.
linksy UK
hate-
vibe?
I hate playing in like 40. Like Dubai is too hot anytime past winter.
But if you could play, so if you had like,
It was like 25, 30 degrees, something like that, 1,000,000%.
you'd prefer that over Old Head.
If Old Head was like not winter.
We can't. It's never not winter.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like,
It's always going to be windy, you're on a cliff.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You're literally standing on a cliff. If you get Old Head on a non-windy day, you're doing well.
I just think if you go to the Caribbean, we're in shorts,
Yeah, no,
polo,
that's wrong,
no wind.
you've got the clear, the
white
water
sand.
is crystal,
Yeah, I'll play
and you're
that.
like, you know what? Wales can fuck off.
Yeah, Wales can do one.
Do you know what, Neffin? Thank you, but fuck off.
Yeah, I enjoyed the lighthouse, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's been nice. So you played in like quite a few pro-ams. You were trying to. You obviously everyone's trying to get to scratch, but you're trying to improve. What would you say now? Golf is probably your main thing that you do, main commodity.
Is
in
it
life,
though?
isn't it?
Not really. I mean,
Well, actually, we
golf's the
found out
most
that-
time-consuming.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? I do a lot of like investment stuff or stuff online and that kind of thing, but that's all online. Like I could, if I wanted to, I could sit at home every day and make money from social media and do it. I wouldn't have to think it. But I like golf because the YouTube channel, it keeps you busy. Like, I'm up this morning at 6 a.m. I'm
Yeah.
driving to London. We're filming videos. We're doing stuff for a company. We're filming a podcast. I'm going for a lesson. I'll get home at midnight. Do you know what I mean? So I've been out all day. Like then I'll be like, right, well actually, should I film Thursday? It's almost like a job to me. Do you know what I mean? But like on the side, you might have this making you money and that making you money and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it's the most time consuming, but it's the most thing I enjoy. Like for me, I always say to people as well, if you've got something you enjoy doing, try your hardest somehow to think of a way of turning that into your job.
Monetizing it, yeah.
And do that with golf. That's what I did. I was playing golf. I loved it. And then from a following, stuff like that, I've kind of made it into, I make money from it, so it makes sense to do it more.
Yeah.
But it's what I love doing. I'll do it for free, to be honest with you, but it's a bonus getting paid for it.
Well, not even free. Before social media channels, even when we started the golf plan, that you'd spend a fortune doing it.
you
Green fees,
Yeah.
this, that. You'd
Yeah.
spend a fortune just to
Petrol,
play this
clothes,
game.
equipment. Yeah.
Exactly. I did this true story. I was renovating my house, and this renovation was costing like thousands. I'm up to like 200 grand DP on this renovation, and all I'm doing is golf videos, right? And I remember Emma at the time, she turned and went, fuck, this is going to be expensive in here. We've still got the hallway to do. I think I'm with 200 grand in here. She's like, well, you're doing your golf videos. I went, it's like 9 months into doing YouTube. I went, yeah. She went, how much are you making off that? I went, well, I mean, this month I made about 1,200 quid. And she went, how much are you paying Tom, the camera guy? I went, 1,250. She went, so you're 50 quid minus. You've been filming 4 times a week, Gary, for the last month. Because I got her, I'm just going to golf filming. She's like, all right, at least he's working.
Yeah.
Turns out I was a negative for about a year.
Yeah.
And I remember I got a year and I was thinking, I'm going to have to knock this on the head. It is taking over my life. I'm filming all the time. I'm flying to Portugal. I'm doing everything, golf. And I didn't make a Scooby for that first year. I was like, what am I doing? And I literally, I went, I might just go back to just doing some bits on Instagram and just playing. And he was like, nah, people love it. I get people coming up with us about the golf. I said, all right, I'll do it. And then literally, I think American Golf came on board, and then a few other people came on board, and then it started going up a little bit. I was like, all right, okay, I can see at least it's paying for itself in a little bit. But yeah, YouTube's a whole different game. But but I love doing it. Like I said, I'm pleased I stuck at it because now it's obviously.
That just proves for everyone at home, like, Gaz, we say it all the time, and I hate blowing smoke up people's arse. I think everyone's a man and whatever, but you went through a period of time of being probably one of the most known males in the country.
Top 5 most famous people in the UK, and I'll argue to go.
And you're saying like you're negative and this and that from doing YouTube. That's someone who has got a huge following, golf fans or not. All these girls that follow their partners.
YouTube's a different beast, isn't it? You can have all of the fucking.
And that was the thing.
just proves how hard it is.
I've got like nearly 4 million followers on Instagram. I'm like, yeah, I'll put the video out, and I think a video did like 2K. And I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, I did another video like 4K. 1K. 5K.
And that's when people are sat home like, should I
I'm
start?
sitting there and I'm thinking, I can do an Instagram story of that pint and it'll get 400,000 views.
Down it and put the upside down pint.
And I put a link on, I check the link, clicks 9. Just watch the video, man. I don't care if you like golf, just watch the video. And then I realised, I was like, you know what? That's when I made the separate Instagram. And I tagged it once at the start. I've never ever really, I maybe reposted, I've never really pushed it. So I'm going to grow this Instagram just
organically.
And it's got like 98% male followers. It's a golf
page.
It's really interactive, and I end up spending more time on that than I do on the other one. But yeah, it's YouTube's a different beast, and I think honestly, if you are going to start a YouTube channel, and these boys know and I know, I probably fast tracked a little bit. So maybe mine didn't do anything for a year, and I started doing all right 2 years in. But my God, if you're starting fresh and you haven't got a following, you're talking free.
That's
maybe
what I'm saying.
5
like,
years.
You already had this following, and like I say, it's not a golf following, but you had people knew it. Like I knew who you were, and other like that's when people have sat home thinking, I'll probably start a YouTube account. Everyone's doing it. That just proves how hard it is.
Man.
And be prepared to if you want to do it properly. Is for it to cost you money. It's going to, you're not going to people it's free to consume, and yet you can do stuff cheaply and stuff. But microphones, cameras, fuel expenses, travel, everything is going to do people's time. If you've got someone's coming and film for you and all this, it's going to cost you money. And YouTube is just, from any other social media platform, it is so fucking different, compared to anything else. Trying to get people to put a reel up and 20% of people might follow you, 10% of people might follow you.
Yeah.
You put a fucking banging video out on YouTube, you can have 150,000 people fucking watch it, and you might get 50 subscribers off it.
Yeah, it's mad.
People don't like pressing the subscribe button. People don't like liking your videos.
I've stopped even bothering myself. I've never on one video said subscribe.
Yeah, it's because people don't log into YouTube. Instagram.
It's just a bragging right, I think. It's got nothing to do with anything.
No, the views is what matter.
It's got nothing to do with anything. Yeah. You can put a video out, you can do 50,000 views, you can have 1,000. It doesn't matter. I've never, ever cared about it. Couldn't care less. Obviously, 100k, I was like, wait, but I didn't I'm not arsed. I think it's the videos that do it. I think it's literally just a bragging right. It's like followers. My golf page, 1 month, can have 70,000 followers and do the same insights as a 3.7 million account.
Yeah.
It's mad, because a reel could blow up, 2 reels could blow up, that one might not, then might. So it's not about, I think it's hard, but YouTube is hard, isn't it?
YouTube's a fucking weird place.
Unless you're like the Sidemen who just start a video and get 100 million views.
Have you seen what they're now doing now as well?
Yeah.
Sidemen have got a Big Brother thing, they've got a golf thing. They are just cake up. Anything them boys touch, they've got that 7-day. I mean, I guarantee if you would have sent them a DM, you could be inside right now on that. Have you seen that?
What they're doing?
It's right now. It started yesterday. It's just called Inside. The Sidemen have started their own Big Brother thing. So they've got Chloe Burrows, that famous girl who done that TikTok. These words are essential. They're in.
I'm actually freezing. Get me in.
But they've and gins and stuff like that, and it's they're in there just for 7 days, and the winner gets $1 million. Yeah. But they can just throw up.
And that's a YouTube video, guys. That's dead.
It's not going on TV.
On YouTube.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's expensive, isn't it, though?
Yeah. And the big wedge boys as well, cutting about straight off the rip, straight in Turkey. Anything these boys touch turns to gold. But fair play to them. We said this.
Mate, they've been grinding up for 10 days.
About 15.
Yeah.
They were on cameras when none of us knew what a camera was, that. Hello. To 2 viewers.
Yeah, in the bedrooms.
Yeah, that's what people forget.
Before people knew what YouTube was.
Yeah, getting taken the piss out of. So yeah, fair one to them. But so you're grinding to obviously hopefully get to scratch, and that's everyone's aim. So what would you say your golf aspirations are though, from a personal? Forget the page, forget everything. Just Gaz who plays golf.
And do you think you'll always play now?
Yeah, I think it's just good for you. It's I don't actually go out that much, so I think it's important to have a hobby. I mean, it's important to have a hobby like that. That's why I started playing. I joke about paddle.
I'm nervous that paddle's going to overtake golf.
Yeah, we'll get to paddle. I actually wrote paddle down.
But I'm just trying to. Obviously, I split up my missus, so I've got a lot of free time. I see my kids Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So a lot of people my age go through that kind of breakups and stuff like that. So all of a sudden, you've gone from no free time to loads of free time. So that's why I've started playing a bit more of everything. So I was I can play golf all day. That's why I started the gym again. So literally I split up. In September I was it's 4:00. I've already played golf. What do I do now? Obviously I haven't been diagnosed with ADHD, but everyone says
you're fucking riddled.
Clinically,
you are
I would say
riddled.
Yeah, you've got it.
So I'm I can't sit and watch TV by myself. I could with a bird or I'm chilling or whatever, but by myself I'm just I'll be in the house and be 5 o'clock. I'm nah, right. I'm getting in the car. I'm going to the gym. And then people like David Lloyd laugh because they're are you back? I'm just yeah, I'm just going to go and sit in the spa for I don't know what. Well, I know what it is, but I can't.
No, we know what it is.
Yeah, but and that's why I just started. That was more me trying to fill my free time. So since last 6 months, I started playing paddle. I'll go out on my road bike. Like I started the gym again, so like I literally smash the gym pretty much every day. That'll be my routine now. I'll get up, I'll go to the gym, I'll go and play golf, or I'll film. Night times I'll play paddle, then I'll probably go back to the gym. I basically film my whole day. I never stop. But that's me. Other people can do that. For me, that's really important, just to keep busy. And then and I don't really know what I want to do. Do you know what I mean? Like I say,
Just keep improving.
Yeah, my kids come first. Like I've got that, obviously that, but it's things.
How old are your little ones again?
4 and 6. I mean, so it's like obviously
The boy's the older one.
Yeah, so I see a lot of them, but I've got to think like obviously I would love to do, like I get offered a lot of TV stuff, and none of them are like being right. But I think I would love to do, like I would want to do something the kids can watch us on.
Okay.
They're not gonna whack on just so like I got through the mix for like Celebrity SAS.
Yep.
So I mean that'll be good.
Jungle.
Nah, I wouldn't get on the jungle, but maybe I'll probably get something like Dance on Ice, or just I'd love to do something fun, not like where I'm going to get tricked to look like a knob, or I got asked to do Big Brother, and I was like, what, you can just lock us in a room with 2 models, and I'm just going to look like a knob, or do you know what I mean? So I was like,
same thing that they turn a day into an hour.
I've just got to be careful of what I was for,
I'd love to see
for the
him
kids
dancing.
and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean?
Dancing would be. I'd like to see because
You'd like to see him on Dancing on Ice?
he's just. It's just because he's just so
sparkly
He's
outfits.
just so like sporadic. You know, he's a cat. I just think it would be funny. Someone like you trying to learn and just.
I couldn't learn
like
it.
Bambi on Ice.
Yeah, I've got it. No, I haven't done it. No. But yeah, so
lose a finger.
for me, mate, it's, let's say I'm at a different point in my life. Obviously, I do want more kids, so I would love to like obviously settle down with someone else, see where the YouTube channel goes. I've got my other stuff that I do. Obviously, a big thing is ATSG.
I was going to touch on that.
With the clothing and stuff like that. That is started last year. It started off kind of pretty. I wouldn't say slowly, but it started off slowly. I didn't want to go really heavy, like get this. Do you know what I mean? But I knew it would take time to get going, and now it's got going. It's doing amazing. So yeah, the golf, the ATSG stuff, and then the other stuff I had going on. It's all kind of just we'll keep it all going, really.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we first asked him about what ATSG stood for, and he said nothing?
Is it still nothing?
No, it does stand for something.
Aspirational Technical Sports Forever Golf.
Thank you.
But was it that last time?
No, I didn't really.
Because the first time I met you, I said, "Oh, hello, mate. Is it for your kids or anything?"
No. It was one of them ones where, like, so obviously the 11 degrees, it was a number because it was different to just a word.
Yeah.
I think a word is just a typical thing. So like, it almost got people talking like ATSG. What's that stand for? Even guys didn't even know. Well, what is ATSG? It's almost like it's also like letters. But I remember sitting there going PQS, FQRT. That doesn't sound right, does it? Fucking hell. RS. No, it's RSPV. And then it was one of them, and it was like ATSG. That ATSG. That just flows off the top. So it was like one of them. It didn't really matter then we made up what it meant. It was almost find the letters first. But yeah, so I've got that. So I've got enough going on. Do you know what I mean? But then and the YouTube keeps us busy, and then everything else just, like I say, keeps us busy, and then concentrate on the kids.
Was that the first time we met you at Forest of Arden?
No. Actually.
Yeah, I think it was.
Was it?
Yeah, we were there with golfing days.
I met you once before that, yeah. We must have, because I was talking about drones and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I feel like I'd met you
I
once
think
before.
I think you just spoke. I genuinely think you
I've got
just.
a funny story about when we first.
I think you just spoke.
You bought me a tripod.
I fucking did.
Yeah, see, I think you just spoke.
No, I feel like I'd maybe met you once before Arden, somewhere.
I feel like
Or it'd been at an event or something, and you'd
I
been
can't
there.
really go to events.
Yeah, I truly think, because I know his life as well as he knows it, I think you had just spoke.
Yeah, it might have been,
Because
yeah.
when you met, I'm pretty certain you were like, oh, I feel like I've already met you. I know you said that. You said, I feel like I've already met you.
I must have been. We
Yeah.
definitely spoke loads before that.
Yeah.
Fucking fine, I'm going to tell it on the podcast. So, I think, I can't remember how we first started speaking. Not a clue. But you were doing videos at home in your simulator, weren't you?
Yeah, I had this.
This fucking story is funny as fuck.
No, I was doing. What was I doing for this?
No, you was doing some stuff from home in your simulator, but you
Right,
kept
yeah.
balancing your fucking phone up on a tour bag.
No, I didn't.
You did. You kept putting your phone up on the tour bag, and it
Right,
kept falling
okay.
down in the middle of the live.
It does sound like you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the live was hard though, because I had it. I was trying to do a
Stream thing.
stream it live on YouTube. So I had to have a camera with an HDMI cable into the camera, then it wouldn't reach. So I was balancing it on things. But yeah, go on.
So me being like, what is that? Probably like nearly 2 years ago now.
More than that, it was like,
Yeah.
I think like 3.
Yeah, like long. And the golf supply was like very, very new at the time. I'm thinking, fuck me, if I can be friends with fucking Gaz, I can like fucking. Because you think as well, didn't you? Like, well, you're probably not because you've always been higher up the echelon, but like you'd start to realise over over time. Don't get me wrong, when we do a video, with like you or in our videos, it's always going to do more numbers than when we just do a solo video because you're a personality, you're known. But at the start, you think like, fuck me, if we can do a video with Gaz, we're going to get like 1 million followers off of it. Or like, do you know what I mean? Like you have this like outlook of like, oh, if you can film with this famous person or this influencer person or this and that, you're going to gain all these followers. So me being dickhead Ash was like, in Gaz's live, like, hello mate, you're right. Like, I've sent you a DM about a tripod or something. So Gaz like, Mr. Brent was like, what do you mean a tripod? I was like, I'll buy you a tripod off Amazon.
So I've opened this message like, what's your address? I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, he gave me it though.
I was like, that's
Trust straight off the bat.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, because I reckon a lot of people probably ask for your address.
Yeah.
give my address, and the next day Amazon came.
Bosh.
You even primed it.
Yeah,
Bought us a tripod.
Yeah, primed it.
That just shows, I think, the pressures of social media, because I've known Ash 20 plus years, and that isn't Ash behaviour. And like Ash is very, again, like you very, like you provide everything for yourself, and you're very successful in this and that. But yeah, I think that just proves us the pressure of anyone that starts anything social media. You do think like, yeah, you're just gonna. I might have 10 million followers, but
no, and I think it's like the pressure. Like I think just YouTube does it, Chad. I don't think other platforms, like when you first start trying to go to a YouTube channel, like you said, you might have one extreme. You might have 4 million followers on your Instagram.
I feel like it's easier to grow on Instagram. Though.
Oh, 100%.
You can just put a reel out a day. You've got a niche. You put it out. You pump the content out. It's done.
Yeah.
YouTube, you can pump it out all the time. It still won't grow that quick.
there's a lot to do. 4 hours on the course, act, perform, play.
Yeah,
Obviously, we film. Obviously, we have JK, but like, we're still doing filming. You gotta get to these places. But yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, I fucking gimped it so hard.
Yeah.
Gimped it so
but
hard.
stories like that are good. And
But
like,
then, you did help us a bit when I was like, I remember messaging you. I actually remember where it was. I was walking the dog, and I was messaging you. I was like, I just don't know what to film, because I do. A lot of people don't know this. I literally do it all by myself.
Yeah.
That's why at the minute, if I've got something going on in my life.
And before Gaz tells us more about his YouTube career, let's have a quick chat about Fair Play Exchange, our other channel partners. If you haven't heard of Fair Play, it is peer-to-peer betting. So betting amongst your friends. You can literally bet on anything on the golf course, playing snooker, playing pool, whatever you might be. Bets take about 20 seconds to put on through the app, and there is no commission taken, so you keep 100% of your winnings. You can place bets against your pals. No one carries cash anymore, so you can save yourself the time and hassle having to chase your mates for that £10 that they owe you. We all know it's a little bit awkward. Download Fair Play today using the Golf Supply code. The link to that is in the description of this podcast. Again, completely free to use, no sign-up fees, no fees taken from deposits or withdrawals, and bet on whatever you want, wherever you want. Let's get back to the podcast.
The YouTube just kind of suffers.
Trying to organise it all.
I'll have no videos out for a month, and I'm like, oh no, then that pressure comes on. But then I'm like, but I've got to do this, or I've got to sort that with the kids, or I've got to do this Instagram thing, or I've got to have my other work, and I'm like, I'm still waiting to either find someone who can come in, either co-host and run it all, like a guy with a Rick, or do you know what I mean? Someone to come in and be like, you know what, guys, you know how to be on camera. You can play golf, whatever. You know the crack with the videos and stuff. But just let me sort that out. That'll be my dream. So if you're watching this and you're that person, help.
your DMs
If you've got fantastic organisational skills, you're into your golf.
I need someone to be like, all right, we've got a video next week against the Golf Supply boys. I'll be like, oh, wicked. Did you speak to Ash? Yeah, I spoke to them. We're filming next Wednesday at 10 o'clock. I'll be like, mate, wicked. What we're filming?
Remind me a day before.
We're doing 2 scrambles and it's going to be class, and you're also going to film that. I'll be like, wicked. And don't forget, Friday we're filming down there with Tubes and Ange as well. But if Monday you're not free, you've got a tournament with, I'll be like, this is a dream. That is what I need. So at the minute I'm trying to I was trying to run everything, and then I remember you messaged once. I was like, mate, I haven't got a clue what to film. You were like, oh, we're doing a winter series. Get 4 mates, have a little table, and I did it, didn't I? I did it at Rockcliffe, and we kind of did. So we have always spoke to her.
Yeah.
You just need like a PA, an admin.
It's hard, honestly.
Or like a team.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a.
I'm just busy. Like I say, I want to be out filming today while 2 reels have gone out.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And Tom, to be fair, I was going back to speak to Tom, and he's having a kid, and I want Tom to kind of take over a lot of that, and more the diary and stuff like that, because I struggle. But that's where my YouTube struggles. I know it's got potential, and it could thrive.
Yeah.
But if I haven't got someone to tell me what to do,
Well, prime example of it is your video will be out way before this, when it the Centurion you played at Madison. So I went over and filmed for guys over at Centurion for the Madison Invitational, and you was playing with Oxlade Chamberlain.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, Ox was like, guys, if you ever want to film, like just let me know. Do you remember on the 18th grade?
I've messaged him, yeah. Ox did.
Exactly.
Ox, Jermaine Jennis, Ollie Fisher, who shot 59.
Yeah.
I had another guy come and go, can my son play with you? I'll give you $2,000 cash. Right. He needs to boost his social media. I was like, yeah, and I have not messaged one of these people. Yeah. Who else was there? Slip was there. Carl Freezy was like, yeah, let's get a game. Come on the channel. Like, and I've messaged no one. It was like last week, nothing, because I've got all that shit going on.
You said it on the 18th, and you like.
I said they'll all give us their numbers, and Oxel, I could have messaged him and been like, oh no, he did. To be fair, he did say it towards the end of the summer. Jermaine Jennis wanting the game. That's the bit I'm missing. I really struggle with, and I think it is an ADHD thing. I think it's one of them ones where you have an amazing idea, but you can't follow through with it. Yeah, that's the hard bit.
Yeah,
so I need
it is hard.
You guys are good with it though. You're like, obviously you're good at that.
Yeah, but we like the luxury that we have is, all right, we've got our jobs. Yeah. But then our main priority, past our jobs and our partners and this and that, is like the one goal we're working towards is like grow the golf supply. Yeah. So it's everything. Whereas you've got your ATSG, you've got brand deals, you've got Snapchat, you've got this, you've got that, you've got all this other, you've got paddle, you've got your kids, you've got this and that. Like trying to organise in priority of like importance in all of that.
But I organise everything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm saying it's hard. There's too much.
I've got to do my social media. I've got to do my Snapchat. I've got to do I've got like, I have to do everything, and I just like everyone's always got a person or a team or a person.
You don't have like a personal PA.
What? No one.
Oh, interesting. I thought like all of you like because I think Miles, you played with Miles on Temps for you.
I don't write anything down.
Yeah, he's got a personal
it's all in my
PA,
head.
so he just texts her and she just.
It's all in my head as well. So that's the worst part. Okay. Like, I've only just started in the last like 3 weeks using my calendar on my iPhone. Yeah. So now I can be like, oh, I'll check actually, and I'll go in and I'll look, and it'll be like, that's how, for the last 5 years, everything's in my head. So I'm like, what am I doing next week? Tuesdays. What's Tuesday?
Just miss loads of shit.
What's Tuesday again? And then someone will be like, are you coming tomorrow? I'm like, oh, that's Tuesday. I'm like, can we push that back to Thursday? And I'm like, but Thursday I'm filming. Tom, what are we doing on Thursday? You're filming with the, oh yeah. That'd be banger. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I really struggle with the organisational part of it. So yeah, if you are watching and
like a part-time PA, female organised individual, and then Tom.
But no, I don't even want a PA. I feel like I can, like I say, like a co-host kind of person who can also help with that would be that perfect role. Because it's hard carrying an audience for an 18-hole.
What does the handicap have to be?
I don't really care because it's like
5 or lower.
Yeah, but used to you're like 14 and you're good. You can have like the matches against each other and do the scrambles and stuff. But yeah, I don't really care on that. For me, I need that little bit of help.
Yeah. No, cool.
If we run it back to just because I kind of know the story, but people at home, and I think it might be interesting for some people. How do you get scouted for Geordie Shore? Sorry to jump from golf straight back to that, but how does that happen?
Well, again, we touched on it before. There was no. It's like Love Island now. You've got Instagram, so a scout will just sit there all day flicking through Instagrams. Probably get someone like a 20k account, 50k account, maybe. They might hire a few in who are a bit known just to get whatever, but that's their job. They'll just sit on it. But back then, I'm talking like 2011 when I got on Geordie Shore. Do you know what I mean? So I was like 21. So like, there was no Instagram, there was no Twitter, there was no Snapchat, there's no TikToks, there's no nothing. There's just Facebook. If you're not Facebook friends, you can't. There's no explore pages and pop up. You can't just look for people. So literally, MTV had to send scouts out into nightclubs, like football scouts. Like, go and find us 8 people. And I remember though, they must have been out and about for a week because people in Newcastle were kind of talking a little bit. And the mad thing was that I was in the Dole at the time. I'd just done a summer in Malia, so I'd been in Malia from like I think like April to like
she's all tanned.
September, and I've come back just banged like 50 days.
Dehydrated.
Probably like wicked summer, like just absolute 21. One of the best summers of my life. Come back, and I'm out. No, my mate from Malia, he moved to Newcastle for the winter, and we're there. I'm like, mate, well, I was a fully qualified tiler, right? So like kitchens, bathrooms, all that. But I couldn't get my job back because I just fucked it off to go abroad. So I was like, I'll just sign on. And I signed on the Dole, and I was like, mate, I've got like 28 quid, man, until like next week. We can't go out. And he was like, nah, let's go out. So I remember when I got a bottle of Glen's vodka, a bottle of Red Boost. I knew the promoter.
Elite Boost.
I knew the promoters and stuff. I could get in the clubs in Newcastle like nothing. So we had smashed. We ended up getting smashed. Hour later, we get my mate came and picked us up, so we didn't get taxis. We get a lift at the town. go up at Bijou, they went in a tub. I remember where it was, and I'm in there, and we used to go out like Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. My mates would take me out and pay for my drinks because I'd like chat the birds up and stuff. So I'm just in a club, and this woman's just like watching. I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, she's just standing there. I'm in the smoking area with this bird, and I'm like, what, are you all right? And she's just like, yeah, I'm just. I was like, you just what? You're just fucking staring, man. She's like, I actually work for MTV. We're just scouting for a new TV show. I was like, I'm just obviously pissed. Boys off me not like that. I was like,
Lying bitch.
I was like, what? MTV is a fucking music channel, man. It's not a TV show. I was like, oh, fuck off. Anyway, so I got this girl. And I'm with this girl. And anyway, she was like, can I just get your number? A few people have mentioned you. And I was like, what? Give him my number anyway. It turned out my mate, who's the promoter of that night, that came to him asking. They were like, we're looking for a few people this, and he just turned around and went, you just need to speak to, because no one called me like Gaz, obviously Geordie Shore, like even Gaz, it was always like Beadle, which is my second name. He was like, mate, you need to talk to Gary Beadle, he'll be in there, he'll be in VIP, he'll be with Tez, he'll be with, there's like a group of us. So she must have been a beeline, asked people who I was. Anyway, next day I wake up, phone call, I was like, hello, it's like, hi, it's Lauren from MTV. I'm like, what? I spoke to you last night. I was obviously like, nah. I was like, I thought it was a wind up. Anyway, I spoke when she's like, just want to do a little telephone interview. I was like, yeah. I'm on the door, so I'm thinking I get a job here. She's gone like, so how many people you slept with? And I was like, about fucking 89. She was like, what's the maddest thing you've done? I've just been to Malia. Just been to Malia with the boys, been through like 53 birds, amazing summer. She's like, all right, what was the maddest thing you did there? So I'm telling her all this mad shit. And she's gone, would love you to come in for an interview. I was like, for what? She's like, a new TV show. But like, it's mad to explain because it's not like I'm getting a phone call for Love Island. There is no Geordie Shore.
Mm. Yes, you haven't
Didn't
got
even
anything to
understand.
It doesn't exist, yeah.
There's a Jersey
I
Shore.
didn't even understand what it was. So I actually went to an interview and there's this like this. It was all cameras and serious. I'm sat there like I'm on the dole 21. Like, what the fuck? Posh man came in, like he's like blazer, glasses on from London. And he's like, hello mate. So.
Oh, we don't all sound like that from London,
And he's
guys.
like, so when was the last time you slept with that girl? I was like, well, after last night when she spoke, and he was like, all right. Yeah, and they were like, what's the maddest? It was all about partying, drinking, sex. I was like, this is the maddest interview I've ever. I still don't know what the hell I'm doing there. And then in the interview, she goes, look, there's a disc. It was a DVD of Jersey Shore, season 1, episode 1. So go and watch that and let us know if that's up your street and blah, blah. So I've gone home. My granddad's, I was living with my granddad's at the time, putting out a DVD player. Press play, and it was just, Jersey Shore came on. It was just like them in this house, just like arguing with the hot tub and the situation that was just pulling birds. I was like, you want me to do that? Because I can do that.
Had that been aired at that point?
Like season 1.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
So the reason they did Geordie Shore is because Jersey Shore did so well.
Yeah,
They wanted it in the UK. It was actually going to be in Liverpool. It was called Mersey Shore.
Yeah.
Then it changed to Geordie Shore. So yeah, I had the interview. Did 2 interviews, I think, and then they were like, right, you're in. You've got the job. And I was like, you haven't actually told me what the job is. You just keep asking me mad questions. They were like, you're going to go to a house. There's 8 of you. It's free drink, free food for a month. I was like, imagine me on the dole. I was thinking, free food, you're going to pay for all my drinks.
Like it's a party.
Pay you to start off with.
And then we didn't get paid for it. But they said, we won't get paid because it's just like not a trial, but it's like what was it, a pilot?
Pilot, yeah.
They were like, yeah. So we went in there. I remember walking in. I seen Vicky. I knew James. I didn't know a few of those. So I've walked in like, this is mad. Got in the fridge. It's just stocked. Like I was like, went to the bedroom. There's little weights there. We had our little beds. It was like a £1 million house in Newcastle. I was like, this is. And we went out pulling girls and stuff. And they were like, I was like, can we bring this back to the house? And they were like, yeah. I was like, nah. So anyway, we went for it, man. Like, and it was mint the first season because no one knew who we were when we were filming. So we were going to dance floors and it was all that kind of stuff. And then I finished the season 1. I walked. I went, thank you. Like, that was amazing. And I went the next day. I went back to my granddad's. I went back to Hexham Job Centre and I signed back on the dole. I didn't have a clue what we just done.
What did your family think when you told them what you were going to be doing?
Well, they didn't. My mum was like, what are you doing? I went, I don't know, I just filmed some TV show. I was just getting smashed and like, they just filmed it. So it's going on TV in 2 weeks. So I signed back on the dole and just went about my normal life, back to the gym, like just chilling out. Then had like a launch party at MTV and we all went and watched this show. And we'd never seen it edited. So we didn't know what each other was saying in green screen. We didn't know it all. The green screen was popping up like the back because obviously it's green screen. And he's 21.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was just boring, innit? But then they put the Newcastle, they had the drone shots of the angel. And I was like, this is everyone in the room, like a massive room. Everyone's laughing their heads off. And then obviously went on TV and just went. I remember going shopping or something about 2 years later, and I was like, you're off that. And it just went. It was on front page of all the paper. Obviously, it was that mad. The first episode.
Yeah.
It just went everywhere, and then that was it. And then they rang us up about 3 weeks later. Like, we're doing another one, but we're going to Magaluf. And I was like, oh, this is going to be. And then Magaluf was the the changer because everyone knew who we were. We were trying to film through like BCM Square, and just like 500 people just following us, like a big security guards. I was like, nah, this has gone mad.
Did they pay you for Magaluf?
He got I think about like $5,000 because it was still like like a holiday special for 2 weeks, and they were like, right, it's gone really well. We're doing 6 weeks Cancun spring break, and I was like, oh, now we're talking. And then it was like they were going back to Newcastle, and then that was it. I literally we just did that, and they just kept doing another one, and it was season 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It just never stopped.
When the first one came out, was anyone in your family like, Gaz, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, my mum was like, what? And I was like, Mum, I didn't know they were going to show that on TV. Do you know what I mean? So I just said, well, I said, look, I do this anyway. I do it anyway. Every weekend, you want to go out to Newcastle? This is what I do.
Have you got brothers or sisters?
A sister, she's older sister, but she's really quiet and just normal. Just
Not
kids,
ADHD.
married. Yeah, she's no ADHD. She's chilling.
What did she say when she watched
She was laughing her head off because she's like, God, I was like, Claire, Mum's gonna be like, because I've got like, I don't swear at my mum, I don't do nothing. Like I love my mum, but like don't swear at nothing. So she was my sister was like, Granda's gonna go berserk. I was like, oh no, but yeah, and then it just went on and on and on. Like I said, then Twitter came out and social media started, and it just grew and grew and grew. But yeah, it's mad. Like I said, that peak. I don't think, looking back now, I feel like around season 3 till about 6, what you were saying before about being my manager actually turned around to me and said that he went, at the minute, I would say you're probably the most famous person in the UK.
Yeah.
And I was like, mate, nah. He's like, Gaz, but we couldn't judge it because social media didn't exist. He was like, but following wise, we had like millions on Twitter. He was like, mate, no one's got millions on Twitter. You've got fucking, like, no one's got that.
Because YouTube wasn't around. There was no Sidemen. There was no YouTube.
He went, we were basically like
You were
your
the-
Jake Pauls and your Thingies and KSIs. Like now, we were probably bigger than them in our own right. Because I was that busy and just, I would go to like nightclub appearances. It was just mad. It was mayhem. But I was that busy. I didn't ever, as in now I can sit back and think, remember, mate, I shut down an airport, man. Like, went to Sydney, landed, and got police escorted out because there was like 5,000 people at the airport. I'm like, that's mad. That's One Direction shit, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was that big. So now I look back and think, he was right. Like, we were, like, when people used to recognize, I say I was in a club, and I'm talking like prime Wayne Rooney. Like, prime.
You've told me this.
This is
in
mad.
London.
Prime. This is Rooney at Man U, bicycle kicking, fucking Euros, prime Rooney. And I was literally in a club with my mates, and just like, we're just chilling. And Rooney, and I don't really get starstruck. I've been at MTV events with like Kanye and Kim Kardashian and fucking all that. I'm not really lost. But football background, I'm thinking like Rooney to walk past you at England number 9, like prime. I'm like, man, there's Rooney, man. He's just walked past in the club just with his security. And he's just like across the room. I'm just like dancing. I just couldn't stop looking over. I was like, it's fucking Rooney, man. And I'm having a few drinks, went like London Mayfair or somewhere like that. I'm just bopping away. And he's just clocked us, and he's just gone. And I'm like I didn't know what to do. It's Rooney's he's gone. Rooney! And he's got the clean. He's like, he's fucking gas. And he's gone. And he's just pushed his security guard away, and he just came bouncing across, big smile on his face. He's gone, yes, Gaz lad. You're in fucking legend. He went, Colleen, come here. I'm like, Colleen, you're like, what? She's like, we watch it all the time. Oh my God, like, I can't believe it. I was like, yeah. I'm just like in this club in London, and then Rooney's just there, and Colleen's there. And we're just like having a Jaeger bomb. He's like, yeah, just necking Jaegers. And then she give us his number, and I was like, I went home. I was like, my mates were there, and he went, they were just like, what's just happened there? I was like, I've got no idea. Like, Rooney's just bounced over to me. Like, and again, even at the Centurion thing last week, they all know who you are.
Yeah.
It's still weird for me.
Yeah.
Like, it's still like Madison, like even people like that, and you see, you like.
Because they grew up watching.
Had you met Madison, for example, before you done the Madison last year?
No, he just watched the channel and just followed the golf, and like I'll get. That was weird for me because I was at the first Madison Invitational. I never met. I got a WhatsApp off Madison. I must have given my number on Instagram, and I didn't think you'd do anything with it. And about 3 months later, I got a WhatsApp, and it was just me on TV in like a sick living room, like proper like media walled up and that. And I've gone, who's that number? I clicked on it, and it just had Madders, and I was like, James Maddison is sitting watching me at home on his TV, like he's, you know what I mean, like England midfielder thinking like. Why is he watching me? The 4 out of 5.
I can't starstruck you as much now though, because like
it doesn't. It's just I don't get starstruck. It just surprises us. It never doesn't.
And appreciative. And
it doesn't surprise me. I remember thinking like that first golf day. I was thinking, well, I've been on TV for a while, like blah blah. But I forget that they've all grew up watching me.
Yeah.
So like Harry Maguire straight away across the room. It was like I was just like, Yeah, comes Maguire. And
Slab it.
comes over and he's like, mate, that match the other day, mate, that 4-iron was pretty sick though. So who you getting your lessons off now? We'll just stand at the bar, 45-minute conversation. Then Crouch comes over and he's like, hey. And then Jack Wilshere comes back and he's like, why didn't you beat O'Hara? I wanted you to win. I'm thinking, yeah, Wilshere. I grew up watching you as well. Then John JT will walk past him like, oh my God. And I'm like, John Terry, just England. I grew up watching you as well. And they all know me. But I've said this to a few people, and I said to you, because I haven't got like you're a footballer, you go through the ranks of like academy, you get your peak, and you feel like you've got there, and then people know who you are. I just went from drinking with my mates to drinking with my mates on TV.
Yeah.
I'm not a singer who's like started off in little clubs and sold out the O2 Arena. So it's just like I'm always on the same level, but so I just don't understand why things.
People around the inside of you.
I don't understand why we're known everywhere, because I'm just drinking with my mates. Do you know what I mean? So
I think it's because
it's mad.
People grow up now, they just watch people, but I think everybody like 26 and above grew up on, because we didn't really have that much TV.
No.
You had Jersey Shore.
Longstaff is good.
Geordie Shore.
Sean Longstaff, I played with him, and he was like close house, and he was like, mate, I'm pretty nervous. So, why are you nervous? I'm nervous. You're fucking Newcastle midfield. I went, mate, 16 years old. Me and my brother Matty, who also played for Newcastle, Longstaff, he was like, we watched you every Tuesday. Every single Tuesday from 16, TV, 10 o'clock Tuesday every week. And I'm like, how mad is that? Now I'm watching you play for Newcastle, and I'm nervous to meet you, but you're thinking, shit, I grew up watching him. Like he's the one I like, probably like got my hair cut like or whatever. And so we're both nervous in different ways. And that shocked me. Do you know what I mean? 'Cause it's like it's mad.
No, it's
when did you know that you could monetize it?
Probably is when I started 11 Degrees, because that's when I remember. Have you ever heard of a brand called Six Silk?
Yes.
So Six Silk was a few lads that I know who started that, and I was on the way to film Australia season 6, and they rang us and they were like, guys, because we had a shop. My mate had a shop selling clothes, so we opened a shop selling some bits, and he was like, you're filming, aren't you? You're filming. Can I meet you? I'll meet you anywhere. Where can I meet you? I was like, I'm literally on the way to like, I'm filming. I met him on the side of a road, and he gave us like 11 baseball jerseys. Remember them 6 Silk baseball?
low cut wings.
Yeah, literally. I remember going on the Geordie Shore, and I was like, I've got nothing to wear. I fucking tried a big little baseball jersey. I was at Scott, I went, was it all right? What? It's fucking Yankees thing on there. I was like, what's this all about? Fuck it, I'll wear it, innit? I wore one, then Scott wore one. Anyway, I came back, did a few nightclub appearances. I'm walking in like 1,000 student nightclub, and there's about 400 people wearing these baseball jerseys. I'm thinking, hold on a minute, you give me 11 tops, there's about 400 people in here wearing them, so you've sold. And I was like, whoa, we need our own brand here. And that's when my business partner's birthday was the 7th, and mine's the 22nd. So it was like 7 + 2 + 2 is 11. And I was like, what's that little thing in the top? What's that little Fahrenheit thing called? He was like, nah, it's degrees. I was like, 11. That's where 11 degrees came from. And then that was probably when I realised, obviously I monetized like nightclub appearances. Do you know what I mean? That was my. Like,
how early on was that?
That was after, I think I came back from maybe season 2, maybe after Magaluf. I came back from Magaluf, and I remember I was still skinned. And then I got a phone call saying, do you want to do a nightclub appearance in Oceana, Watford? And I was like, yeah, what's that? And he went, mate, they'll give you like $2,000 cash, just go down, get smashed. There'll be birds there, just take a mate, the hotel's paid for, travel's paid for. I was like, mate, yeah, I'll fucking jog to Watford for $2,000. Are you mad? So I got in the car, me and my mate just bombing down to Watford. Never been to Watford in my life, I've only been to London. Get to Watford, and I'm just like in this club, just like, and go in. I walked in, Joey Essex was there, something a joint thing. Obviously, I knew Joey was. And we're there just bopping away. It was just a normal night out. I felt like I was on a night out with my mates, but like, obviously everyone was giving us a lot of attention, there's birds there and that. And I was like, I felt I was about to go home, and then I was like, oh no, yeah, I haven't given you money. I was like, just hand us an envelope. I was like, I'm on the dole, man. Like, I just wanted to give us £2,000 from getting that. So I rang the manager, I went, get me as many of these as you humanly possibly can. Like, get me as many of these. And he went, right, leave it with us. 2 days later, he went, right, you've got 53. I went, when? He went, starting tomorrow night, you've got 53 in a row. I was like, in a row? He went, yeah, I'll send you an email. This email came through, it was just like, Liverpool, there's your hotel, this club, pick up 10 o'clock. Edinburgh, student night, this club, Liquid Envy, Southampton. I was just like, Dublin, Belfast. It was just a list. And me and mate just got in the car and just like, right, Southampton. There's $2,000, mate. I was like, oh, thank you. Where we going now? Liverpool, to Liverpool. Obviously just getting smashed. But I was like, I was going home from the Dole fucking 6 months ago, to my mum, have we got a safe in here? Because I was like, I had 14 grand in cash here. I've got no idea what to do with it. And it was just, that's what, so that they were like the instant money thing. So I would do like, I'd film Geordie Shore for like 6 weeks. I'd come out, I'd get a list. And sometimes it'd be like 70 nights out in 90 days. I'd smash out them, go back and film Geordie Shore. I'd come out, I'd get my list. And that's what I did for like 7 years.
And look what happened when you had an admin team.
Yeah.
And that's what we just said.
You were so organised.
You're so organised.
Just a list.
Yeah,
I didn't miss one.
just an
I
email.
didn't miss one.
That's
You know, I
your
was being sick.
Never.
I was dying. I was like, we can't miss it.
Did you go with the same? Was you on the road with the same lad most of the time?
One mate, yeah. Me and him just.
That's class.
me and
Was
him-
he in Geordie Shore? Was he not?
No. I worked with him in Malia.
That's quality, yeah.
So I was like, mate, quit your job.
Really?
Because a tour manager, I got paid 70 quid a night. So he was like, mate, I'm getting like 490 quid a week here. Sound this, free drink, free food, just blasted around. He loved it. And that's literally all I did from 21 till about 28. And then we go to Australia. They'd be like, oh, you're doing a tour of Australia. I'd be like, well, what's that about? You're in Sydney for 2 nights, then you're at the Gold Coast for 3 nights, then you're doing Melbourne, Perth, Brisbane, back to Sydney, Gold Coast again, a boat party. Then you're going to Ireland, so you're going to do 2 Dublin Belt. And I'd be like, fucking hell. Then, you're filming next week. So I go back to the Geordie Shore, like, you fresh? I'm like, nah, I'm not fresh, mate. I've just done 50 nights out in a row, man.
I think we said when I met you at Arden for the first time, we spoke briefly about it, the halfway hut, and it's like, you were probably an alcoholic without realising you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, I just drank, and that's, again, reverting back to the golf. Imagine doing that much drinking and partying to having a kid and thinking, I can't really go out.
Did you
every night.
enjoy the drink though, guys, or did you just enjoy being out?
I
Was
just
it
getting
enjoyed. No, I just
paid.
enjoyed. I didn't enjoy
Getting
the drink.
paid
Like, I
and
couldn't. If I went
socialising.
for a meal, you see people going for Sunday lunch, I'm having a pint. I'm having a Coke. I don't even like the taste of beer. I'm not going to go, oh my god, I don't drink. I've never drank in the house.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than watching TV having a 4 or 5
find that
beers.
very-
What's that
weird,
about?
isn't it? It's
No
bizarre.
disrespect to anyone
Yeah.
watching, but I think me have always said
A
that.
bottle of
Yeah.
wine.
I find
is-
it very, very
Yeah.
strange when people go,
Odd.
I'll have a beer tonight, I'll get 4 tins and I'll have watch the football night.
I don't like. I'd rather have a can Coke Zero and just fucking or full
It's
fat.
either you go on the piss or
Yeah.
you don't. Yeah. No.
Yeah, so for me, it's one of them. I did that, and then obviously 11 would do well, but I still did the PAs. And then when I had the kids, and that, obviously I had to stop the PAs. But yeah, I did that for a good 7-8 years. That's why I didn't stop, because I was just holding the car and just plodding around.
What was your maximum your fees got up to?
I think 3. No, I once got paid, I think 25 grand for New Year's Eve in Sydney. So I just went to a club and was like on the mic going 10, 9, 8. Happy fucking year. I was like, I just got 25 grand for that. But it was sold out club, like 5,000 people. They would have made the money back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, I might be getting like 3.5, some 5.
But that's only for like 3 hours work as
Yeah,
well.
and they love it because you technically have to be there for like an hour. And I'll be there like 11 till 4 in the morning. Just like,
You can go now, guys.
You're more than
No,
welcome
no.
to go now.
They're like, you are the best PA ever. Normally they just leave after an hour on the sober. I'm like, nah. Just fucking be doing it. But yeah, it was. So that was that. And then obviously 11 degrees on the side. I just noticed that was doing even better. I would go everywhere in clubs, people wearing it. He went into JD, went into Foot Asylum. I think it was a picture of Messi wearing it at one point because it was massive in Spain. So that did really well, more business side of things. And yeah.
Is that still going? Did you sell it? Is it still
Yeah,
sold,
I
isn't it?
sold it. Yeah, that's how I got an ATSG. I sold it, and then the guys who have 11 degrees now, they've got the factory, they've got the structure and all that now, and they were like, "Would you want to do another clothing brand?" I was like, "I haven't got the power to compare with like Nike and Berghaus and North Face that kids wear these days. Like 15, 16-year-olds aren't going to care what I wear.
Yeah,
You can't really influence adults, but in golf, I was like, however, in golf, I was like, I'll do it. It just has to be good.
Yeah.
I'm not having shit. Because I've been sponsored by, I'm not going to mention names, people,
Go on, mention one.
shit.
Just one.
No. And I'll wear it, I'm like, it's just so bad.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I like good golf gear. So like, that was then came up with HSG.
Yeah.
Wild life, Gaz. Unlike many other people, really, to be honest.
It's,
And you're only 35? 36.
I basically got smashed in my 20s and now I'm playing golf in my 30s.
Yeah. What's your 40s entail?
Paddle.
More
Paddle,
kids?
yeah. I was gonna say,
Paddle
let's-
more
Maybe a little break for another kid.
Let's segue on to a small bit on paddle. So yeah, it's like this new thing that everyone's bashing
Everyone's
out.
playing paddle, man.
And Gaz
You
told
do
us
it in your
earlier-
defence, though. I didn't actually say to you driving up here.
Well, he showed me a
I said this
video.
morning, I
He
showed
went,
you
have
a
a look
video.
at this.
I said,
I
watch
nearly
this. I
crashed.
said, he looks pretty good
It
at
was
it,
the
to be fair.
Buswayers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually, to be fair, I'm alright at paddle, to be fair.
Do you get lessons?
I've had a few lessons.
You'll
Yeah,
see this.
that's what you put
You're
up.
such
He
an
gets
all in or
lessons.
nothing
Yeah, he
bloke.
is.
Look,
Yeah,
look.
but
That's
we're
his
good.
ADHD,
I'm
it's a
in
superpower.
I'm in a league. We're in D1 league, which is like the top league. Like, basically, I'm a scratch paddle player.
No, you look like a good paddle player.
Yeah.
Most famous person in your phone? Like a favourite, very popular podcast question.
Probably Cara Delevingne.
Yeah, pretty famous to be fair.
Pretty decent.
Yeah, it's not a bad one.
That is a pretty famous person.
Yeah, fair.
What does she still? Does she still model now?
Yeah.
She does.
Yeah. I don't think them people ever really get out of it.
No,
do
they're too big.
They're in it now for life. They'll model like Prada when they're older or whatever.
There's so many stories that we spoke about. I wish you could say on a podcast, but I just know for reasons why you wouldn't say on a podcast. But I've pretty much got everything covered on here, Gaz. Apart from
I'm good.
I think we're out. I don't want to take up too much of the time. I know you got a golf lesson tonight.
Yeah.
But what I will say we went and filmed after we played at Centurion, not me and you, the week before. We filmed a podcast with Deanie, and we didn't press record and all of the stuff, so we didn't get any of the podcast.
50 minutes in, it was a good, and you know when you have like good content, and he's a good laugh, and I was,
But what I said to him is what I'll also say to you is, although I did beg it at first and asked and bought you a tripod and stuff like this, I feel like we're comfortable with ourselves now that we genuinely do tend to only film with people who we like. Regardless of followings or anything like this. And you come across loads of people in loads of different aspects, whether it be YouTube or athletes, whatever it might be. And some people are just very aware of how famous they are and very self-absorbent. You're just not one of those guys. Like, you're just a normal run-of-the-mill lad who just happens to have 4 million followers on Instagram and was one of the most famous people in the UK, but you're just a normal lad. And that's why we like playing you. That's why I like to call you a friend, because there's not loads and loads of people in the space, especially in today's day and age, who can have that following, can have that pull, and just still remain a normal person.
I think in order for YouTube videos to be good in that, it has to be like, we just like lads and like...
See what I mean? It's just, you just got to get on.
Got to have a laugh.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what is the point? You ain't going to enjoy filming 4 hours filming with someone you're not. Like,
No, shit.
There's plenty of balks out there.
Shit.
But I appreciate it.
Last thing we need to do, guys, is just get away together. Maybe we need to go abroad somewhere.
I know.
We need to get some overseas trip planned. Maybe we'll do that later in the year.
Truly,
but
yeah.
Thank you very much, mate.
Appreciate it, bud.
Appreciate
Appreciate
that.
it as
Thank you.
always.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to Gaz's YouTube channel, and we'll see you in the next episode, everyone. Bye, everyone.
Peace
Ta-da.
out.